This legislation is put in this House because people are sick and tired of hearing about more studies or more counts. People want action. And I'll just read out of some of the residents who attended a meeting, Mr Speaker, at a public meeting in Innisfail, where he says lives at the Carramine Beach, lives at the Carramine Beach and spent 15 years spearfishing. Said there used to be plenty of numbers of dugong and turtles. However, in the last 10 years, they've been slowly disappearing, and believes it is from the explosion in numbers of crocodiles. We used to enjoy our waterways, sit by the water, walk along the water's edge. Now we cannot do that. Tourists who visit here don't understand the dangers and treat it like an adventure. They take no notice of signs or information pamphlets. The state government has a duty to care to the people in the region and listen to what we are saying. They don't seem to want to know about North Queensland, and despite deaths, close calls and the erosion of our way of life, do nothing. Crocs are now eating us, and it is past the time for action. Another person travelled from Gordonvale for the meeting. He said the croc problem is like a full-grown lion walking down the street of Joburg. They don't belong there, and the same as the croc. They're in the areas they were never in the past. They have lost the fear of man, and we cannot guarantee our kids' safety. Kids in Gordonvale used to enjoy swimming. Now they can't learn to swim and won't swim in local waterways. Crocodiles also now are on private farms, which is unacceptable. We used to scare crocs by firing buckshot at them, but we would be arrested if we were to do that now. We need to make them frightened of humans again. One cane farmer says in the off-season he used to hunt crocs through the Gulf many years ago. He had seen and knows of 16-foot crocs in the Cooper Creek where kids swim, and believes it's only a matter of time before those children are taken. There were no attacks for 60 years when we used to shoot crocs. Now there is a spate of attacks because numbers have got out of control. Never used to hear of attacks in the rivers with freshwater crocs. However, now soldies have invaded the waterways. They are aggressive, territorial, and nobody would swim in these waterways now. And, Mr Speaker, places like Lake Placid, where kids would swim out to the pontoon, do somersaults. Now they wouldn't even make it to the pontoon. Places like the Johnson River, when people enjoyed skiing. You're lucky to be alive if you go out and ski. And I could read a lot more, Mr Speaker, but that's why we've introduced this bill, and I commend the bill to the House. And, Mr Speaker, I move that the bill now be read a first time.
The question is that the bill be now read a first time. Those of that opinion say aye. Those against no. I think the ayes have it. I call the clerk.
Safer Waterways Bill.
In accordance with Standing Order 131, the bill is now referred to the Agricultural and Environmental Committees.